What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 2 NBA picks for Monday, January 22nd, 2024. I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support lately. As always, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. The recap for yesterday, I think we went 0-3. Just terrible day. Durant went over, Booker went over, Durant went under, and the other pick lost as well, I believe. So just terrible day. We need a bounce back. We need to go 2-0 today. I'm really confident in both of these picks. I have this in the VIP as a 2-unit 2-pick. So let's get us right today. Really quick before we get started though, guys, we've been crushing it on League of Legends especially, but I'm still doing NBA, NFL, League of Legends. We do everything, guys. If you're interested in VIP, it's only $20 a month and you get tons of stuff. I do Prizepicks, UnderDog, Chalkboard, Betr, Sleeper, every single app that you could have, I do it. We do sportsbook bets. If you're on a sportsbook like ThunderPick or something like that. If you don't have a sports book because you're in a non-legal state, or because you, or if your sports book doesn't allow esports, feel free to sign up to ThunderPick. It's in my link tree in the bio, in the pinned comment down below. But you can click my link tree, click the ThunderPick there. You do get an exclusive bonus when you click my link. I think it's a $600 deposit match, so definitely take advantage of that. We also do VIP live streams and watch parties, all that good stuff. If you guys are wanting free access to this, you can get a free week of VIP for each app you sign up to using my code. So sign up to Prizepicks using code TTL, UnderDog using code TTL, Sleeper, Chalkboard using code TTL. Betr, you have to use code TTLDFS, but that's the only one that's different from the apps. Every other app is code TTL. You can get up to 2 months free VIP. Highly recommend it, guys. You're not going to regret getting in VIP. Other than that, let's get into the picks for today. We're going to be using Outlier.bet and DG Fantasy for our research. Outlier.bet shows you all the stats, last 5, last 10, last 20, the head-to-head matchup, 2023. Shows you the opposing rank for different stuff. So, for example, this guy, we can see Toronto are 18th for points allowed, 24th for assist, versus shooting guards 25th and 20th. Super helpful. Definitely recommend it. You can get a free week using my link in the pinned comment. And then DG Fantasy compares the odds of every sports book. So you have Pinnacle, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, Bovada, BetOnline, Fliff, and it compares all of them to find the best statistical props for the best odds to hit on each platform. So you can do Prizepicks, UnderDog, Parlay Play, Betr, Boom, Dabble, Flip, Hoster. They have everything. And this one you can use code LIMIT for 25% off your first month on this one. But we used this today and we found Tobias Harris. This was my first play of the day. And we took his under 10.5 rebounds and assists. So we can see right here, Tobias Harris rebounds and assists under 10.5. They're giving this a projected 54.31% odds to hit based on odds. Minus 141 on the DG Fantasy odds to hit. And we can see this is 9.5 on FanDuel, but this is 10.5 everywhere else. Minus 150 odds on Fliff, minus 130 to minus 140 elsewhere. And when we combine that with Outlier.bet and we take a look and search his name, we can go to under 10.5 rebounds and assists right here. And we can see the same odds, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 135 on BetMGM, minus 139 on Caesars. We get that same data. And first off, when we click this prop, first thing I look at, the margin, right? The current spread, the 76ers are 14.5 point favorites. So there's a high chance that if they blow the Spurs out, Tobias Harris, Embiid, all the starters are going to sit and the bench is going to come play for the most of the fourth quarter, the majority of the fourth quarter. Versus the Spurs, the 76ers could definitely end up being ahead 30 at half. Like, honestly, that's the type of game we're looking at today. So definitely liking the unders on Tobias Harris instead of the overs, even though the Spurs defense sucks, just because First of all, he's averaging under 10.5 rebounds and assists. We'll go over that in a second. But the first thing I look at is that margin. There's a high probability the starters are going to sit. I love that. So that makes me like unders. Then we look at his last 5. He's went under in 4 out of his last 5. Last 10, he's went under in 6 of his last 10. And then when we look at his head-to-head matchup, he's went under in both games versus the Spurs with 6 RA and 5 RA. And then in 2023, he's went under 10.5 RA in 29 of 40 games, 73%. At home, he's went under in 81%, 17 of 21. So he's going under in 80% of games this year. The Spurs, obviously, like I said, their rebound defense, second from dead last, 29th in the league for rebounds allowed, 24th in the league for assists allowed. They allow a ton of both. Versus power forwards, though, this does improve quite a bit. So we see 10th in rebounds allowed. So they're actually top 10 for rebounds allowed versus power forwards. And then 17th for assists allowed. So they're still mid. They're mediocre for assists allowed. Bottom 15, bottom half. But I'm still liking it. That doesn't push me away. And then we look at the outlier insights at the bottom. I know this is cut off a little bit from the UnderDog logo down there. But Tobias Harris has failed to exceed this in 15 of his last 16 games at home as a favorite. And we can count this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 out of 15 in general at home. 15 out of 16 as a favorite at home. So I'm loving this, guys. He stayed under 10.5 rebounds and assists very often. Again, 17 of 21 games at home this year. Let's lock it in with confidence. This is my most comfortable pick of the day. And we're going to pair that with, he's actually already at the top of Outlier, Bogdan Bogdanovic from the Atlanta Hawks. So let's take a look. Bogdan. And we can see, where's it at? ERA. Under 28.5 ERA versus the Sacramento Kings. So again, we're going to look at the odds. Minus 125 on DraftKings, minus 127 on Caesars, and minus 125 on BetMGM. Over his last 5, he's went under in all 5 games. Last 10, all 10 games. We can take a look at the spread, 8.5 point spread. So it's possible that starters get pulled. Depends on how big the spread actually is in the game, right? So if it's like an 18, 19 point lead, 18, 19 point deficit that they're in the fourth, they'll probably pull starters. But if it's close, if it's like 14, 15 or below, they're probably going to keep starters in. Trae Young is out tonight. That's why his line is so high. So we're going to go over that in a second, but let's just take it step by step. Last 10, he's going under in all 10. 2023, he's gone under in 83% of games, 33 of 40. And in away games, he's went under in 16 of 21, 76%. Now, obviously, like I said, we can see his average minutes played is 28.1 minutes per game with around 14 field goal attempts and around 3 rebounds. We take a look at games played without Trae Young because this is going to have the biggest impact to him. Again, we go from 28 minutes and 14 field goal attempts to 36 minutes. So he gets an extra 8 minutes playtime without Trae Young. And we can see he goes from 14 to 16 field goal attempts. So only 2 extra field goal attempts on average, actually. And we can see his rebounds. He gets 5 rebounds per game. Now, with 2 extra field goal attempts and 2 extra rebounds per game and possibly some extra assists, I don't really think so. We can see he got 1 assist, 2 assists, 3 assists. I'm not going to think that he's going to get many more assists without Trae Young. It's just pretty typical. But we can see this season he's going under in 2 out of 3 games. He got 23 in the first game versus the Pistons. He got 21 versus the Heat. And then 31 versus the Sixers. So definitely little iffy, 2 out of 3. In away games, 2 out of 3. These were all away games. But with 8 more minutes, and he's only shooting an extra 2 field goal attempts per game, and then only extra 2 rebounds per game, I'm liking this quite a bit. And then when we look at the defense for the Sacramento Kings, and their points allowed, 21st in points, rebounds, they're pretty good in rebounds, 13th for least rebounds allowed, and 22nd in assists allowed. And then we look for shooting guards, and this improves a lot overall. So he goes from 21st to 23rd in points allowed, But then we go from 13th in rebounds allowed to 1st, and we go from 22nd in assists allowed to 9th. So he shouldn't get many rebounds or assists at all, and the points allowed doesn't go that much worse than it already was. Obviously, there's no data without Trae Young against the Kings, but we can see earlier this year, on a month ago, a little under a month ago, he got 21 PRA versus the Kings, and that was with Trae. So without Trae, he is going to get a little small boost to that. We can expect like 2 rebounds, which puts him at 23, and then like 2 extra field goals. Let's say he makes those. That'll put him at 27. So it is possible that he gets close to this number, but I'm really liking the odds on this under, especially I know Trae Young is out, but there is a possibility of a blowout. It is an 8.5 point spread, I believe it was. Yeah, an 8.5, 9 point spread. So there's a possibility it's a blowout. He stayed under this so often this year, even without Trae Young. So I'm liking it, and we can already see Tobias Harris bumped to 10 rebounds and assists. I would still take this for Tobias Harris, by the way. I would take this until it bumps to 9.5. If it bumps to 9.5, no longer take it, but 10 is still perfectly fine with me. This may still be at 10.5 on UnderDog. So that's an extra bonus for you guys. If you sign up to UnderDog, you can actually get this line at 10.5. And if you use code TTL, you get that deposit match and a free week of VIP. So it lets you play the line at the original number, as well as get a free week of VIP and a deposit match. So that's something to think about, guys. But that's my 2 picks for today. Let's sweep the board. Let's go 2-0. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.